Hi YouTube, it's Joshua Miles and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a case for my Curious Case series that is slightly different from the usual case I would typically discuss. The case we're going to be discussing today is an active case, and the reason why I've chosen to talk about this case is because I see millions of people enabling this person through social media and potentially making the situation worse. And I really want to use my platform to spread awareness about what is going on and to inform people. As per usual, I'd just like to point out this video has not been made to cause disrespect or anything like that. It's just been made to spread awareness about this case by compiling information from various different public sources on the internet. Theories discussed in this video are just that. They are theories, they are not facts, they shouldn't be taken as fact, and they do not necessarily represent the views of myself or anybody else discussed in this case. I'm going to say from the offset that this video does discuss primarily allegations, and it does discuss and take information that is from social media, which, as we know, is not entirely accurate or reliable. But these allegations have been backed up with a whole wide range of evidence that is more or less indisputable. And like I say, there is sadly a lot of evidence in this case to support the allegations. And I won't be showing all the evidence in this video just out of respect for the people involved and because it is extremely upsetting. And with all that being said, let's delve into the case of Lovely Peaches. Now, we all know and have heard of the big social media giants such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, but on the rise over the past 2 years has been a new form of social media called TikTok. For those of you who haven't heard of TikTok or don't really know what it is, according to their official website, TikTok is the leading destination for short-form mobile video. Our mission is to inspire creativity and bring joy. And according to wikipedia.org, TikTok is an iOS and Android social media video app for creating and sharing short lip-sync, comedy, and talent videos. The application allows users to create short music and lip-sync videos of 3 to 15 seconds and short looping videos of 3 to 60 seconds. The app itself has allegedly over 1 billion downloads globally and is quickly becoming a staple on the social media scene. Now, TikTok as a social media platform is quite important in this case, as it is where Lovely Peaches has gained this iconic status. TikTok allows you to create short videos with different sounds, and these sounds can be added by yourself, or you can use somebody else's sound or search TikTok's massive library of sounds. This can result in some very funny TikToks, and certain sounds can become very popular very quickly, with hundreds of thousands of users jumping on the trends and using the current hot sound. Now, this ties in with Lovely Peaches, as many of the current popular sounds on TikTok are actually taken from either her Instagram live streams or from her song. We're going to quickly watch now a few TikToks which use Lovely Peaches sounds.
What does your poop taste like? It actually tastes pretty good, and I feel like people, they judge other people off of what they eat, but y'all see all these people eating an octopus, but yet y'all judge me for eating poop. Like, that's actually, I don't judge nobody who eat chitlins. Nobody say nothing to nobody that eat chitlins, and that's nasty as fuck. What do you think of Rosa Parks' new song, Get the F Off My Seat, Boy? I haven't heard it yet, but I will be looking into that because it sounds pretty good. Do you wash your ass? How does it feel? How does it feel like to be Ariana Grande? He he he. No, I don't wash it. I don't feel like there's a really need for it because it stinks anyways. But it feels.
And these TikToks are extremely popular. As you can tell, this format is very, very funny, and as a viewer, you can't really distinguish whether the sound is taken from somebody who is messing about, joking about, putting on a character just for comedic effect, or whether it's serious, and I think that adds to the comedy in itself. Unfortunately, in this case, it seems that lovely Peaches, who are referred to as just Peaches for the rest of this video, comes from a background with sadly not a lot of education, which has resulted in a lot of trolling on her live streams. Peaches, as of now, has over 100,000 followers on Instagram, and that's on her new account. On her old account, which got banned, she had over 400,000 followers. And Peaches goes live on her Instagram very often. If you don't know what Instagram Live is where somebody can live stream just a video of themselves and all of their followers can watch and comment and send in questions and that kind of thing. When Peaches does go live, she asks her viewers to send in questions, and she frequently reads out the questions on the live stream and reads out comments. A lot of the time, her viewers troll her, knowing that she doesn't allegedly have a good education, meaning that she'll give answers that aren't well informed and can come across as funny due to this lack of education in her responses. People then record these live streams, extract the sounds, and use it on TikTok to make these funny videos. It's pretty ingenious, and for the most part, it seems as if Peaches knows that this is going on, and it can seem like she is playing into this in order to gain more popularity and more followers. And it is a result of this that she has gained a very iconic status within social media, with the majority of people not actually knowing who Peaches is. They just recognize her sounds and her song. And that song I'm referring to is an incredibly popular song that Peaches released, which is called Itching and Burning. If you've used TikTok, you'll probably know this song. In the song, Peaches is singing about having a STD and how that itches and burns, for lack of a better phrase. It is actually quite a funny song, and as you can imagine, social media ate it up, using it in so many TikToks and so many memes. However, as it turns out, Peaches isn't the funny, comedic social media star that everybody has come to love and support. And in a tale of child trafficking, underage prostitution, and animal abuse, we're going to be discussing the dangers of blindly supporting somebody and subsequently enabling their behavior to the point that they openly discuss their abuse on their platform. Now, to try to understand what brought Peaches to this point, we first have to delve into her history and her past. Peaches, whose real name is Brittany Johnson, was born on the 4th of January 2001 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, a lot of her childhood is unknown, but what we do know is that when she was about 11, 12, or 13, her mother sadly passed away due to a long fight with health issues. It is my personal belief that Peaches' mother's passing away had a detrimental impact on Peaches' mental health and triggered a downward spiral for her mental health. Shortly thereafter, at just 13 years old, in 2014, Peaches actually started going out and bringing grown men home to sleep with at their house. And obviously, Peaches' father wasn't happy about this at all, and subsequently, Peaches actually ran away from home multiple times. There was a lot of speculation that Peaches was actually abused at home. However, an investigation in 2016 determined that that wasn't the case, and she had a normal home life. It wasn't abusive at all. And the reason that she would constantly run away from home was due to the fact that she wanted to be independent. She didn't like the fact that her dad would always get angry that she would bring men home, but she was a teenager at this time, so it's really understandable why her dad got angry at that. Naturally, Peaches running away from home all the time meant that she wasn't in school and didn't get a good education. And her missing out on her education would be what would further fuel her social media popularity later on. According to some sources, when Peaches would run away from home, she would sleep with men in exchange for food, shelter, and money. Of course, Peaches would have been a minor still at this point, which meant that any sex work that she partook in was completely illegal. Peaches was clearly not in a good mental health state and was going through situations that nobody at her age should ever go through. Now we have to fast forward a little bit to 2017, 2018, and 2019, where the majority of allegations and evidence against Peaches comes into play. Peaches first began to gain fame on Instagram in 2017 when she was just 16 years old. She would go on Instagram Live and show her viewers and followers her eating her own feces, drinking cleaning supplies, hitting and harming herself, and even consuming her own menstrual blood. She didn't just do this on Instagram Live, she also uploaded videos and photos of her doing this just to her public Instagram. I'm about to show you a picture taken from Peaches' Instagram before it was taken down by Instagram. And in this picture, it depicts Peaches with her own menstrual blood rubbed all over her face. I will say when this image has been taken off screen because I imagine not a lot of people actually want to see this. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to put it on the screen now. As you can see, Peaches looks really happy with what she has done to herself, and you can clearly see the blood all over her face. I've taken the image off screen now. You may be suggesting or thinking that the image is fake and the blood is fake blood or tomato sauce or something else, but as it turns out, she actually did this to herself in an Instagram Live, I believe, and she documented every step of it, which confirms that this image isn't faked. This initially sparks concerns of mental health issues to her followers, and actually, this is the beginning of a further downward spiral in her mental health. On the 1st of March 2018, Peaches actually gave birth to her firstborn baby girl, who she named Cora Miracle Johnson. And according to some sources, she actually named Cora after her mother. Peaches, who would have just turned 17 by this point, after Cora's birth, everything began to go really downhill for her. She began to publicly talk about some horrific events that she had caused. It is important to note that in 2017, 2018, and 2019, Peaches' social media continued to blow up, and she continued to gain popularity and validation for what she was doing. She continued to get likes and everything like that. She continued to gain fame despite the allegations that come next. When Cora was just 4 months old, Peaches posted a series of Instagram pictures of Cora with very disturbing captions. "Please die so I won't have to raise you piece of. If you die young, at least I won't have to waste 18 years with your ass," laughing emoji. "One day, I hope you're sleeping in bed and start choking on your milk and that goes down into your lungs. I hope you die, on God, wish I never got pregnant with you." There are more Instagram posts that Peaches put up of Cora, who was just 4 months old, with even more disturbing captions, but I'm sure you get the gist of the kind of content that was. Further to all this, Peaches had allegedly recorded herself engaging in sexual acts with older men and then had distributed it and uploaded it to online adult film websites, which of course she was still 17, so that would be completely illegal. This is when the case starts to get even worse and a lot more triggering for a lot more people. There are allegations against Peaches that she abuses Cora. And sadly, Peaches has actually posted evidence for her abuse of Cora online in a 17-minute long video where she talks about what she's done to her baby daughter, including pinching her skin, yanking her arm to get her to shut up, and even worse. Peaches actually laughs and giggles when she's talking about the abuse she's allegedly put her baby through.
But I want her to suffer. So once again, I had did something to her, Cora Miracle. There's so many things I did to her. And since this is my final video, I'm gonna try to get it out there. And there was a lot of things I did to her. I used to pinch her skin. If she woke me up at 3 a.m., I would literally throw her to the I would literally throw her to the floor, or I would pinch her skin really hard, and she would cry. I used to choke her, slap her, punch her, and all type of things when she was a few days old.
It is also alleged that Peaches has made multiple death threats towards Cora on Instagram and on Instagram Live, which you've seen in those screenshots from her Instagram. And that is also further backed up by a whole heap of evidence that I'm not going to discuss in this video because it's really upsetting, and I just can't bring myself to look at that evidence. Peaches also posted on her Instagram story asking whether any men wanted to engage in sexual acts with her baby in exchange for money. Screenshots then emerged of a text conversation between Peaches and a predator. I was initially going to show you these texts, but they are so disturbing and so upsetting that I can't bring myself to do so. To outline them, they discuss Cora being locked in a room with a pacifier so that nobody could hear her during the act taking place, and that they should charge $60 per session with Cora. It makes me feel so sick to even think about this. Thankfully, there were a lot of people that saw this and reported this to Child Protective Services, and actually after quite a hefty battle with Child Protective Services for them to take it seriously, because initially they just thought it was some internet joke, CPS actually did launch an investigation. And as it turns out, an investigator determined that Peaches had actually run away from the family home not long after giving birth to Cora, and she hadn't been in contact with Cora since she had run away. It seems that Cora's grandfather has full custody of her, which is really good news to hear. The images that Peaches was uploading to Instagram of Cora were all the same exact picture of a newborn baby, which further supports this. It's seemingly obvious that Peaches hasn't seen Cora since Cora was a newborn. Like I said, Cora's grandfather has full custody of Cora and is looking after her, keeping her safe and protected. As of right now, Cora would be about 1.5 years old, so all this actually took place a while ago. Peaches' location is actually largely unknown, but it's believed that CPS is going to gain locational information about Peaches through Instagram so that they could track her down and interview her and speak to her. Further to all of these allegations is an allegation that Peaches murdered her own dog and she abused that dog and that dog's puppies. This screenshot shows that Peaches claims to have choked her dog to death and further abused it. It also seems apparent that Peaches had allegedly engaged in sexual acts with her dog and with the puppies. But I couldn't actually find much concrete to support that, so I'm not sure whether that's just something that Peaches is saying just to get more likes and more followers, or whether it's just, you know, rumor and speculation. On top of that, Peaches also claimed to have engaged in oral sex with Cora, but of course we know now that Cora is safe in the hands of Cora's grandfather, so I don't believe that to have occurred, and I believe she's just been saying that so that she can get more likes and more followers. I just have to point out that this abusive event may have occurred in the few weeks that Peaches did have custody of her daughter before she ran away, so I'm not completely dismissing it. I just think she is probably just saying it, like I say, for the likes. It is known that Peaches has started a massive manipulation and misinformation campaign to try and get people to stop reporting her to the authorities, and, you know, to make people think that everything they've heard is false and like nothing bad is actually happening. She's trying to get people to feel sorry for her in some ways. In my personal opinion, I believe that Peaches has a lot of mental health issues that she needs to address, and being on social media isn't helping that at all. There are so many people that are validating what she is doing by giving her likes and follows and commenting, regardless of what those comments are, whether they're saying it's messed up or whether they're supporting it or anything like that. It's still giving her validation, and she sees that she gets all these likes for doing these crazy things and saying these horrific things. It provides further confirmation that to her what she's doing is okay and socially acceptable. I also personally believe that a lot of these issues stemmed from her mother's passing. I think a lot of it initially was her dealing with that, because everyone deals with grief in many different ways. Maybe there could also be other experiences that she had when she was around that age too that further affected this. Of course, this is just speculation. We can't know for sure. I believe that she is a danger to animals. She's a danger to herself, and she's a danger to society, and I think that she needs to seek psychiatric help very soon and very quickly, and that's so that she can begin a journey to recovery. People using her sounds on TikToks is further confirming to her that what she's doing is okay. People laughing, thinking it's funny because they think it's all ironic and it's all fake and comedy. She doesn't particularly know that, I don't think, and she is just saying that and thinking, oh, what I'm doing is fine. I just wanted to make this video so that people who use TikTok or Instagram and have seen this kind of these sounds and have heard this song know the background to it and know what she's doing and know that it's not okay to support. And I believe informing people of what's going on and education is really, really important. And the most that I can do is inform you and educate you on this topic. CPS, I believe, still have an ongoing investigation into what's going on. The latest update I've seen in this case was from 2 months ago, so I'm not sure whether anything's progressed since then. The person who is giving us updates unfortunately has lost contact with some of the family members involved, but hopefully she finds the help that she needs. Peaches is still posting on Instagram to this day. She's still posting, so she's not, seeking help. And then she's still posting some really messed up things. I wanted to raise awareness about what she has done. So if you see her sounds being used on TikTok or on Instagram or anything like that, you can inform the people using those sounds what she's done. I have left my sources in the description box down below, and I do urge that you do your own further research on this case. I won't be doing probably an update video on this. I'll just be using the pinned comments to give any updates on this case. If you find anything more or if anything else comes to light, then feel free to comment it down below. I would really appreciate it if we try and keep the comment section as positive as possible and respectful when we're discussing this case. This case is obviously going to be very controversial, with a lot of Peaches diehard fans actually supporting what she does, telling her to kill her dog, telling her to kill Cora, her baby. It's actually insane to see that, because I think these diehard fans to some extent think that it's still a joke and it's still a character she's playing, when in actual fact there are legal proceedings taking place and CPS are involved in doing an investigation. I really, really, really hope that Peaches does find the medical help that she needs. And if these allegations against her of abuse to both her child and to animals is true, and it is found that she's guilty of that, I hope she serves a long time in prison for what she has done, because it's insane. Of course, there is one massive theory in this case, that everything that I've just told you is completely falsified. That all the sources are in on it, and it's some kind of big campaign to grow Peaches' social media and to get her lots and lots of followers so that she can get money. That theory to me is very absurd, and it would be deeply upsetting that somebody would fake this entire scenario, fake abuse of a child, fake human trafficking, fake child trafficking and child prostitution, all for likes and comments and followers. That would just shock me beyond my core, and I would lose every faith in humanity. I did find this case after stumbling upon a Twitter thread on Twitter from 2018, which talks about a lot of these points that I have left in the sources. And also there's an Instagram account of a woman whose job is to rescue children, in fact, in these abusive situations. And she's also been doing updates on her Instagram. So I've left those in the sources. If you or anybody you know has been affected by any of the topics that I've discussed in today's video, then I've left a link to a bunch of organizations and charities in the description so that you can talk to somebody today. Thank you for watching this different episode in my Curious Case series. My next episode will be a regular true crime video. I just thought this was important to address right now, and I really wanted to get this out. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more true crime content, and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every single time that I post. Jump over to Instagram and follow me over there at It's Joshua Miles so that you can take part in the community voted cases. I'll be running the polls for the next community case very, very soon. And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next case. Now